Fire and Ice. Welcome to Smallville issue number 1. It feels so refreshing in the Dawn of DC era that we're doing something like this. It doesn't feel like something we'd attempt in a different era. You know, we got a lot of big male creators doing the big male character books. That's not a criticism. That's just me saying. Not a lot of the titles in the Dawn of DC have been relaunched to number 1 with a female-led character. I think Hawkgirl is currently like the only one. Of course, there's the Poison Ivy and Catwoman and Harley Quinn books. But Batman books just do something different. This is just like an idea that is so perfect for this new era. And I really like that. If you haven't read the Power Girl special that came out a couple months ago, there was a backup in that was about Fire and Ice. They had a little tiff with Guy Gardner. Fire wanted to start something. Guy came in to be like the big macho man to save them. She got in a fight with him, caused a scene. Superman was like, ladies, let's just de-stress a little bit. I know a place you can go. You can stay with my mom in Smallville. She'd love to have you. And they're like, what? And now the girls are moving to Smallville. It's kind of fun. I really do appreciate that. What a cool idea. Like, hey, what else are we doing with Fire and Ice? Not a whole damn lot. You know, they were in that Human Target book, but that's out of continuity. And this book, it opens up a lot of questions about these characters I can't wait to get into. I like these characters. I've always liked Fire and Ice. They are very simplistic. There's not much to them, but you understand, like, there's a history there. There's a comic there. There's a 90s aesthetic there. And that's really fun. I like that. We open up the book. It's like there's a fire, and Fire's next to the fire. And she's like, stupid, stupid, stupid. I messed up again. How am I ever going to get anything right? And then you see Ice is like, why do you keep doing this? Your reckless behavior causes bad things to happen. We see like this is a beauty salon, so like Ice has to go put it out. This, however, is 2 weeks from now, so we have to go back to 2 weeks earlier. We do get a little bit of just like a history of Fire and Ice. If you just want to catch up, you know, you can learn who Beatrice DaCosta is. You can learn who Tora Olaf's daughter is. Olaf's daughter. Olaf's daughter? Sounds like I'm saying Olaf's daughter, but it's not daughter. It's daughter. D-O-T-T-R. Did that help at all? Or is my Canadian accent blocking me from saying that properly? Doesn't matter. The girls arrive in Smallville. They are going to be renting out the Big T's, which is a great name for a hair salon. There's an upstairs for them to stay in. They got a little robot buddy. His name is Elron, I think. That's cute. Nice little place. Just two girls making it in the small town. It's adorable. It's fun. Right away, Fire's just like, okay, I got a list of like the no names that we can fight and get some shit done. We can take names and kick ass. It's going to be great. But Ice is like, I don't really want to do that. I just kind of want to like lay low for a minute, like catch my bearings, figure out who I am. And you think they're about to break into an argument, but here comes Martha with a freshly baked apple pie. And she's like, I know you girls said you're going to stay at my house. That's okay. Like, I get it. Independence is fine. You're all great. It's also nice to have people in this town who are aware of Clark's identity. That's kind of cool to know. It makes like this a little bit easier for me. Instantly, Martha hits it off with Ice because she's more timid. She's more quiet. She's just trying to figure out her place in the world again. But Fire's just like, okay, that's great. I don't really want to like sit here and like converse about it. I got stuff I want to do. So she kind of flies away, leaving Ice to talk with Martha. And they're just going to like, you know, they're just going to come around town, figure some stuff out. All the while, Fire's going to be going on her little tirade to do whatever. As soon as Ice leaves the building, she bumps into a... this is Tamarind, and she wants to work at the hair salon. She didn't realize it was open, but she's like, hey, I brought my CV. I have references. Like, I am here to please. And this opens up a really fun topic I can't wait to explore. How old are Fire and Ice supposed to be? This comic both treats them like they're older, but younger. So if we are to say, and I don't know the specific ages, it's comics, nobody's the same age. Let's say in this universe, Superman is 40. That's his age. Are Ice and Fire supposed to be the same age as him or younger? I'm skewing to younger they're treated very young. Particularly Ice is treated younger, like a timid girl who's just like trying to find her identity again, like something she never truly had. If I'm going to place an age on the two of them, I'm going to say it's probably like 27 to 31. I think it'd be around there. To me, they're older than like the Titans, right? And that's very interesting because they don't have as much representation of the Titans. And if you want to portray them younger at like a Titan age, maybe like 22 to 23, you could. But I think they should feel like an older millennial. Maybe not like millennial old because millennial's older. Just like kind of like the very late 30s. Like 29 feels perfect for them. Like, I thought I had my 20s figured out. I clearly don't. I want to start anew. So right away, Ice is like, well, I guess we're opening a hair salon. You're hired. And there you go. We see Tamarind walks in and Fire's like, who are you and what are you doing here singing Eminem? And Tamarind is like, what's Eminem? You're like, okay. I don't have any issues with like those types of jokes, you know? She's so young, she doesn't get it, right? Who doesn't know who Eminem is? That to me is where I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. I get it. She's 19 years old. Tamarind is 19 years old. She's going to know who Eminem is, but that's a whole other problem. And then we go to the Sky Diner. Martha and Ice are just having a nice slice, just chilling out for a bit. It's like, hey, you got to figure yourself out. You're going to figure out who you are. It does not matter. You're going to be okay. And then you see Raquel Rhodes as their waitress, and she shows up. Good friend of Martha, just a nice lady. She's like, hey, you're going to do fine. You're going to find a new identity. You're going to be okay. Like, it's great here. Everything's great. Very nice. Just like these more mature women confirming like, hey, Ice, you're going to do fine. Meanwhile, she gets sent like, I guess this is another thing where like they're older, like they would be like in high school in the early 2000s, I guess. I don't know. Very complicated. They use like the MySpace, like, you know, social media, like the parody of MySpace called My Place, and Fire put up a video where it's like, hey, if you need like help fighting stuff, like I'm Fire and Ice is here and we can kick ass and take names. And you're like, yeah, let's floss and stuff. Yay. And like, that's really funny. Again, like these characters, they don't have much personality in the modern era, making them like older than the modern generation where they don't understand like the culture, right? We're going to upload to MySpace. We thought we had it figured out, but we don't. There is something there to explore. And so far, I think it's doing a very fun job at doing that. It's kind of cool. You know, Fire doesn't know how to floss. She doesn't know how to like turn off a camera on the phone. She needs practical help with that. It's very interesting. So she storms back later in the night back into the Big T's because she's in the middle of a fight with King Shark because she just walked up to King Shark and challenged him. And instantly we see Ice is like, oh no, what are you doing? No, don't do this, B. It's a bad idea. We shouldn't like just attack guys and fight them. Luckily Superman shows up and ties him up. And Ice is like, oh, look, the big man showed up and saved us from a thing. I didn't ask for your help. And he's like, respectfully, you needed my help. And she's like, oh, yeah? Did I? You big, strong man? I'm like, okay, that's fine. Two very different arguments being made for these characters. Fire is very much just like, she's a Spitfire, you know? She's like, okay, cool. Can't do anything for myself, you know? I don't get to do shit, you know? This guy just shows up and does everything. And meanwhile, Tori's just like, can we just not do this? Like, I don't want to fight anymore. I just kind of want to be a normal person. Meanwhile, neither of them change out of like their superhero costume. So that's kind of fun. So we close this part of the book with them having tension. You know, that's pretty good. They don't talk for the rest of the issue. Fire gets really upset. And she sees that Tamarind was filming the fight, but she was only filming this stuff happening with Superman and King Shark. And she's like, why would I film a couple of like Karens? And you just see, oh man, that's all we should say to Fire. And I guess like, yeah, okay. So that does make me think she's at least 30, right? Like around that age. And that's fun. And she gets so mad that like she ain't getting any respect. And I appreciate that. It makes her a little bit of a Spitfire. It's very fun. I mean, it's just a good like deviation, if you will, from the Blue and Gold book we had a couple, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, where that was like Ted Kord and, you know, Booster trying to make them a name for themselves as like superheroes in like a new tech-based age. And This is kind of fun that way, where one of them wants to be like quiet and like into the obscurity, where we see that Fire wants to kind of like become like a trending person. That's very, very interesting. We cut to the next day where Tamarind and Ice are just sitting in the salon. We see that Elrond bakes a pie, and they want to like maybe, figure something out, like who's a new person there, because Fire put up like all those posters of like the villains that they could fight. One of them is called Lot's wife, and she has like the ability to like turn things into salt, and salt obviously melts ice and fire. Clearly it looks like the lady from the diner, but it doesn't matter. We also see that Martha brought her book club over to get their hair done, because yeah, we're a proper salon and everything's going great. And that's like a cute little thing that's happening. It's cute. I do like it. It's very fun. But of course, we see that Fire isn't coming downstairs. She doesn't want to be part of like the social clique. Look at these girls just supporting girls and having fun. Fire wants to trend. She wants to be popular. She wants to regain her dignity. And when Tamarind goes to talk to her about it, she gets the door slammed in her face because Fire's got to plan something bigger. It's crazy. She thinks she's turning into like a relic, where she's like losing her youthful energy, I guess. Like suddenly she doesn't know what the kid's like. A very, very cool idea for Fire. Like that makes so much sense for this character, where like she was the young hot thing for a minute in the 90s, and then obscurity hits. Ice dies, right? I think Ice the one that died in like a big battle, and then nothing happens with them for a while. Now they're older. The new the younger generation than them, of like the Titans, are the premier superhero team. What are they to do? They're trapped in like a small town now, and every time she tries to do something, Superman steps in. Like, interesting, very funny. So she's lying in bed just trying to figure out what to do, and she calls somebody on her phone. It's like, hey, can I kick your ass for a little bit, and then like can I like film it? And then we see the person she's talking to is a man working at Big Belly Burger by the name of Ambush Bug. And he's like, oh, I let you kick me around, baby. And like, that's where the book ends. And oh yeah, you got me sold. A very fun, not even like coming of age, just like women who came of age and now want to figure out the next chapter in their lives. It's very fun. It's very interesting. It's the kind of subversive thing that's like the opposite of all the other books going on at Dawn of DC right now, where it's quiet, it's timid, it's taking the time to just breathe with these characters and let them figure out their own path. That's very cool. I really like this book. I appreciate somebody at DC allowing this to slip through. I say slip through loosely, but so cool that it happened. Like, that they're like, yeah, Fire and Ice, we could do something with them. We could say something about those characters. That's really exciting. This book is exciting, and it's different. I appreciate that. I was trying to find like a way to describe this book. It's kind of like, I was going to say like, it's like a CW, but not really, if you think about it. I guess it's kind of like, one of those like, I guess CW freeform shows where it's like a small town and there's a thing going on there and the friends fight every week. If you mix like Gossip Girl with just like later Riverdale, I guess. It's fun though. I appreciate it. Fire and Ice, welcome to Smallville, issue number 1. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.